DC News Now at 4.
Food insecurity could surge even more as SNAP benefits are expected to expire during the shutdown. The local efforts across the DMV to make sure families don't go hungry.
Winds howling during trick-or-treating tonight. Meteorologist Brittany Ward is with us to let us know when the winds could die down.
Plus, the thrills are coming to an end. Six Flags America in Maryland is closing its gates. We'll tell you why the rides are stopping and what could be on the horizon for this DMV favorite.
Then families across the DMV are gearing up for trunk-or-treat events tonight. We'll show you where the spooky fun is happening and how communities are keeping things safe for little goblins and ghouls.
And spooky season coming to an end means the holiday shopping season is ramping up. We're stretching your dollar with strategies to outsmart the sales.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
And thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 5. I'm Mark Hall.
And good evening, I'm Annalisa Gale. Well, lawmakers have left Washington for the weekend with no progress in sight on a deal to reopen the government on day 31 of this shutdown.
And today, two federal judges ruling President Trump's administration must continue to fund SNAP using contingency funds during the shutdown. It comes after the president called on congressional Republicans to end the government shutdown with what he calls the nuclear option.
And that would mean eliminating the filibuster, an unprecedented step that GOP leaders have opposed up until now. It would eliminate the 60-vote threshold required to pass legislation. While closer to home, those who rely on federal food assistance will still feel the pain tomorrow.
And DC News Now's Liberty Simmons is in Fairfax County with how residents across the DMV are bracing for the fallout.
On top of missing paychecks, many are worried about losing SNAP benefits that are expected to expire. Now, local groups across the DMV, like Groveton Baptist Church, are doing what they can to help.
Pork and beef.
Luis Cordoba shows us the only meal his family will be able to eat tonight because of help from Groveton Baptist Church. His family depends on federal food assistance that is expected to expire November 1st.
That is not good for my family. It's very difficult. It's very difficult for the next month. I don't have food in my home for my family.
Now local leaders are stepping in. In D.C., Mayor Muriel Bowser authorized the use of local funds to make sure SNAP and WIC benefits continue while the shutdown drags on.
He's shutting everything down. I don't know why he's doing this.
Maryland Governor Wes Moore and Virginia Governor Glenn Youngkin declared states of emergencies to tap emergency funds to ensure SNAP benefits continue. Volunteers with Groveton Baptist Church hold this food distribution every Friday and have seen the need spike.
Federal government should step up to the plate and take care of their people. The funds should be made available to everyone who needs it. And starvation is not the answer.
And Groveton Baptist Church has operated this food pantry for the past 15 years and serves approximately 250 families every year. For now in Fairfax County, Liberty Simmons, DC News Now.
Liberty, thank you. And for continuing coverage on more resources and how other local officials are responding, you can go to our website right now, dcnewsnow.com.
All right, let's head over to meteorologist Brittany Ward with a first look at our forecast.
Yes, Brittany, this hollow weekend is here, and it's a windy one for sure.
Yes, those winds were howling throughout the afternoon. They are going to continue to be breezy as we head through the evening. So taking those kiddos out trick-or-treating, have the jacket on hand, maybe throw on some tights. We're heading outside right now, a live look out towards the National Cathedral. At least we are dry. That mix of sun and clouds is what we're seeing, but notice that the camera one is shaking and those trees are dancing because again it is a bit breezy as we kickstart our Friday evening. In fact, let's take a look right now at those winds gusting upwards to about 37 miles per hour right now here in DC. They are shifting out of the west, ushering in some of that drier air. Winds gusting upwards to about 38 miles per hour right now in Winchester. We're seeing winds gusting upwards to about 34 miles per hour right now in Hagerstown. Hagerstown. So again, very breezy. Those temperatures also not looking too bad right now. We're sitting at 60 degrees in DC, 55 as you head out towards Hagerstown as well as Martinsburg, West Virginia. You're sitting at 51 degrees right now in Kaiser, 63 though as you head over there to Lexington Park. And again, those winds are going to be breezy as we head through the rest of your evening. And then it looks like heading into the weekend, the forecast not looking too bad as we open up the new month of November. So keep it here. We'll talk more about trick-or-treating, what to expect for your Friday night heading into the weekend, guys, coming up in just a bit.
All right, Brittany, thank you. An update this afternoon in Montgomery County. A jury found a man guilty of killing an American University professor.
In 2010, Sue Ann Markham was found dead at her home and on Massachusetts Avenue in Bethesda. It took a jury 8 days to find George Landeros guilty. Her cause of death was determined to be blunt force trauma and a lack of oxygen. Prosecutors say that Landeros took advantage of Markham developing a personal relationship by being her Spanish and yoga teacher. Landeros fled to Mexico after that murder. He was extradited in December of 2022. His sentencing is scheduled for February 2026. Well, a former Virginia lawmaker from Herndon will avoid jail time after admitting to fraudulently obtaining a pandemic-era Paycheck Protection Program loan, also known as a PPP loan. Ibrahim Samra, who once represented Western Fairfax County in the House of Delegates, was sentenced to 3 years of probation and ordered to pay more than $88,000 back to the government. Prosecutors say he inflated payroll numbers for his dental practice to secure over $83,000 in federal funds.
Well, new today, after a decade on the tracks, DC streetcars are making their final runs. District Department of Transportation says that service along the 8th Street corridor will end March 31st of next year. Before that, riders will see cutbacks starting January 4th, including no more Sunday service and longer wait times. DDOT says it's working with WMATA to offer alternatives.
The Virginia Senate has now passed a proposed constitutional amendment that could open the door now to lawmakers redrawing Virginia's congressional maps ahead of the 2026 midterm elections. Currently, Virginia's congressional maps are drawn through a bipartisan process every 10 years after a new census is completed. Democrats say allowing lawmakers to replace that process mid-decade with a map of their own is necessary because Republicans have redrawn maps to their benefit to hurt Democrats in the 2026 midterm elections. Now, Republicans say the amendment is a power grab by Virginia Democrats that turns a blind eye to Virginia's voters who approved a bipartisan redistricting process in 2020.
The president knows that if 2026 is a fair fight, Republicans will lose seats, and he will face a legislative branch willing to stand up to him and check his power.
What the voters of Virginia said is we expect redistricting to be an issue that we work across the aisle on, that we link arms, that it not be a cats and dogs bill, that it be something that we expect you to work with your colleagues to get resolved.
Now, we're still several months away from a potential new congressional map. Virginia's General Assembly will need to pass a proposed constitutional amendment again next year before it can be considered by voters in a referendum.
Well, Six Flags America in Hurricane Harbor closing its gates for good this weekend. The Bowie Park's final day of operation is Sunday, and it marks the end of decades of thrills and family memories. The company says the 500-acre property will be marketed for redevelopment as part of a nationwide restructuring plan. And county leaders are calling for the closure a major loss, saying that it impacts jobs, local families, and the community's identity. They promise to work on a redevelopment plan that keeps the site vibrant for future generations.
Also looking ahead, the winter season for Prince George's County, they're getting ready by making sure crews are ready there when the first snowstorm hits Maryland. Today, County Executive Aisha Braveboy joining the Department of Public Works for the annual snow and ice dry run exercise. They tested snow equipment and assessed 75 snow routes countywide. Braveboy even drove a snow truck during that exercise. She says being prepared for bad weather is very important.
Oh, nothing beats practice, right? That's the only way that you can perfect an operation is to practice, and that's why it's important for us to start practicing early so that we're prepared for any type of inclement weather.
And we know some Prince George's County residents definitely expressed a need for this. The snow practice exercise also evaluated 151 trucks.
Governor Glenn Youngkin says Virginia's taking extra steps to keep families safe this Halloween. Operation Porch Lights Out is a joint effort between state corrections officials and law enforcement and is focusing on monitoring sex offenders under supervision. Offenders are ordered not to hand out candy or decorate their homes, and police will conduct random checks on Halloween night. The governor says that the operation shows Virginians the commitment to proactive public safety and making sure that children can trick or treat safely. And if you plan on going out tonight to celebrate the spooky holiday, Lyft is offering free rides this weekend for Halloween, partnering with the Washington Regional Alcohol Program. Anyone in the D.C. area age 21 and older can receive a free ride home using the Sober Ride promo code. The offer will be available from 4 p.m. until 4 a.m. starting today.
And here's a look at some of the trunk or treat events happening tonight and into the weekend as well. Happening tonight, there are plenty of Halloween events all across the DMV, from D.C. to Arlington County, Alexandria, Prince George's County. There are trunk or treat celebrations, costume parties, parades, and even a Halloween event happening in Alexandria tomorrow that parents can check out. You can view the full list of times and locations right now on our website, dcnewsnow.com. And check this out, from a pint-sized Michael Myers to a pumpkin and tiny superheroes. So adorable. The babies in the NICU at Children's National Hospital celebrating their first Halloween. Children's National Hospital saying this was all made possible by the March of Dimes, the NICU Family Support Program, RNs, and former NICU parents. Always good to see that.
The Washington Commanders, they're gearing up for a crucial Sunday night matchup against the Seattle Seahawks. And this afternoon, they got some great news about their star quarterback. Jayden Daniels will start after missing the previous game with a hamstring injury. He also missed 2 games earlier this season with a sprained knee, but he says he's ready to go after practicing today. And for his go-to receiver, his number 1 go-to guy, Terry McLaurin, Jayden Daniels talked about Scary Terry missing another game.
I just think that's just football, and you got to be able to adapt, and I got to go out there and control what I can control if I'm out there, just like everybody else does. So it's very unfortunate that Terry won't be out there, but next man up mentality, and we got to go out there and control what we can control.
Kickoff on Sunday night is set for 8:20 p.m. at Northwest Stadium.